I'm a collector from Regina, Saskatchewan. Been collecting since 2000. When I first got into the hobby, I actually got in via eBay. We had some old insulators on the farm, and I went on eBay and I seen people were selling them for $200, $300, $400, and I assumed that all my insulators were worth $200, $300, $400. Quickly learned that I didn't have a fortune, but it kind of piqued an interest in me, and from that point on, I just started, hitting farm auctions, hitting up different sources around the province of Saskatchewan on finding insulators. And one of the funniest things I kind of relate to the hobby is when I first started, talking to some of the people around the province, everyone would say, "Oh, you'll never find a purple insulator. There's no more purple insulators to be found." So I actually bought an eBay purple insulator for $30 off. I can't even remember who it was. It might have been Jack Rieselman back in the day. And I still have that insulator on my shelf because I paid $30 for it, and it's just kind of my introduction to the hobby. Since that time, I've actually brought 2,500 plus purple insulators into the hobby myself. So when people say to me, you can't find stuff, there's no stuff left out there to find, I tell that story. There's literally a lot of stuff to be found out there. I'm a different generation than a lot of the older collectors where, they climb poles, they've went out and they've done the research and stuff. Those times are gone for me, so I can't go climb poles, I can't go do these things. But what I can do is I can still go to those farmers, I can still beat the bush, I can still go out and find it, and that's where 95% of my collection has come from, is from just going out and running down leads for stuff that was lines where were dismantled. When I say I found 2,500 purples, I mean I've found upwards of 50 teals, 40 mustards. There's a lot of good glass out there. So for the new collector that kind of is in this mindset of I got to either buy it at a high price at a show or I'm never going to have it. No, you can find it. You just got to put your time in to go and get it. My favorite type to collect is the diamond ponies, just because Saskatchewan was the home to the diamond pony. I would say a large portion of the good diamond ponies that are in the hobbies, your teals, your mustards, your chartreuses, purples, they all originated in Saskatchewan. So the availability for me to build a collection via those routes of just going out and finding them myself and introducing them to the hobby myself is available. So it's made it affordable. I don't think I would have been able to build the collection I have if I was to just went out and purchase it. So putting the time in, going out and finding it has made it an affordable and enjoyable hobby for me. My wife gives me a lot of grief about it, just because it takes up a lot of space. But she realizes the joy I get from it, and she's come out with me before to look for insulators and whatnot. I think my favorite find, if we're talking about that, is 742 teal blue. In Saskatchewan, there's no threadless. So the only threadless were really used in our province were the baby Battlefords on the Battleford line. There was no other threadless used in the province of Saskatchewan. So early on, I think it was maybe 1 or 2 years into collecting, my dad's friend came over and had a box of insulators, and in it was a dark teal blue threadless. A threadless was something I never ever envisioned I would ever find in the province or ever attain. So it's probably one of my favorite pieces just for that fact. It's my first threadless, and it's a good color. And I kind of brought it into the hobby. That's one of my joys, is bringing new pieces into the hobby. Early on, I sold a lot of stuff, which I kind of regret, but I think it's part of the process. Bringing those pieces into the hobby, those teals, those mustards, those chartreuses, giving others the opportunity to own those pieces of glasses I find joy in that. I find you make friendships through those things as well. I mean, people I sold glass to 25 years ago, I consider them friends now. People we've grown over the years to be more than just kind of insulator buddies, more friends than just that.